Mayuresh is joining us on the show to make sense of the Wipro numbers that we've just seen coming out. And Mayuresh, thanks so much for joining us and also help us with your first cut on Wipro's numbers, because largely from what we're seeing, dollar revenue seems to be in line. A slight bit of a beat coming in on the PAT and margins at 17.5%, same as the previous quarter, so sequentially flat, but no downtick on that front. So what is your first cut and what are you making of Wipro's numbers?
No, hi, afternoon. Thanks for having me. So largely, I think in line with expectations, the EBIT margins have come in a little bit softer than what the street probably believed in. Again, if you probably look at the sectoral allocation, the impact in terms of discretionary spends being deferred might actually start playing out as well in Wipro's case. And therefore, I think management commentary in this aspect is going to be extremely important. I've not been able to find out whether they've tweaked any kind of a revenue guidance for the next quarter itself. But expectations in terms of a -1% to 1% kind of a range is something that the street probably believed in. If that probably happens, my own sense is that the expectations in terms of weak discretionary spending along with a weak margin trajectory, it might actually not bode well in terms of how the future numbers might stack up. So I think it really depends in terms of the management take now, in terms of the environment that they're probably looking at, the landscape in terms of orders, pricing, etc., which will largely determine how the stock will probably behave going forward.
Mayuresh, hi, this is Ankita also joining in. Mayuresh, so the one thing that's really standing out right now, as I can see, the FY25 closed in with the 2 mega deal wins, an increase in a large deal bookings. Do you expect this to sustain given the subdued demand environment globally, especially the slowdown in the discretionary spends due to the global macros that are really playing out? Do you think that could sustain going forward?
So I think that's the million-dollar question, right? Whether discretionary spending will hold up or not, specifically in key areas like BFSI, retail, manufacturing. And therefore, I think how these tariff walls will play out in terms of the macros as far as the US is concerned, and specifically in terms of the key sectors that we are just discussing, is going to be extremely pertinent as we speak. Again, a large part is, I think, a large pool of expectations are probably penciling in a late recovery probably happening, or recovery happening with a lag, and probably the next couple of quarters being a little bit tough as far as decision making is concerned. So I think we really need to see how the macros play out and the management take on this going forward.
Thanks so much for joining us with your quick take on Wipro's Q4 numbers. On that note, we'll let you go. And
if you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.